Yes, people. What is happening? The Liverpool Prophet back again. We are live, people. I think we are live. If we're not, do let me know down below in the comments. If you can hear me, if you can't hear me, please do let me know. See, we've already got someone in. Big up yourself, AFC. Always appreciate the love and support. Big up to AFC. Always the absolute legend that he is. But I think we're live. If we're not, feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, people, back with another stream. Again, I've liked doing this these last couple of days. I did one on Friday. Let me know if you can. Big up, AJ. AJ, can you hear me? Hope you can hear me. Fingers crossed. I don't know why I'm having issues, but for whatever reason, the connection is causing an issue here. So if you can hear me, do let me know. Otherwise, I'll just have to restart the stream. All good now. Brilliant. Brilliant, Dantrum. Don't know what was going on. Apologies, guys. Can you still hear me? Please do let me know if it's gone again because my thing just did a circle thing. So, because you got AJ says yeah. Can you let me know again, AJ? Because my screen just went blank for a minute and it came back on. Can you still hear me before we start this whole thing? Someone can just let me know because I'm just in suspense here at the moment. I'm lagging. Fuck's sake. Am I really lagging? Yeah. 1 second. Let me just check myself on YouTube. One second. Let me just check myself. Let's refresh myself. StreamYard, people. StreamYard. But yeah, hope you guys can hear me. Let me know again in the chat. Again, people. If you can or can't. This has just been a disaster, man. A disaster of a day. And now a flipping disaster of a start to the stream. We're 5 minutes in and it's playing up. Am I still lagging? Can you hear me, you guys? Let me know. Big up AFC always, big up AJ, big up Danchon, by the way. Can hear you, bro. AFC always, am I lagging? Please say I'm not lagging. Please say that I'm not lagging. You stay, oh, brilliant, AJ, brilliant. What a start that was. What a start to the stream. Cheers, StreamYard, for stitching me up. But yeah, people, I've been on a bit of a roll. AJ, I appreciate you both. Big up yourself every single time. But yeah, on a bit of a roll. Did my first live stream on Friday night. I liked it. I was going to do it again on Saturday for the Liverpool versus Brighton watch along, but I was having problems with my television, so I wasn't able to do so. Did one yesterday, and you know what? I feel like I'm going to switch my content up, people. Rasta and them have told me as well. Big up AFC always. Thank you for letting me know. I feel like I'm going to switch my content up. A bit of feedback I got back as well. You know, normally I just do pre-recorded stuff and then just do some shorts, but I feel like the pre-recorded stuff it's not doing it for me. So I'm going to start doing live streams once a day, and then I'm going to do a pre-record for a match reaction. So whenever a match reaction's out, AFC always, trust me, bro. Trust me, man. So yeah, just going to be sticking to live streams from now on. Forget the pre-recorded. It's not doing it for me. Feel like I need to interact with people a bit more and interact with the legends in the chat as always. Just giving you guys a quick roll call. Big up AFC always again. Big up AJ and big up Dan to him. Is anyone else here? Yep, so big up yourselves. So people, we'll get into the topic of discussion then. So let's talk a bit about this whole top four race. This whole top four race that is so intriguing to everyone on the eye. So we have 3 teams that are in the top four race at the moment, all going for top four, because top four is a big thing in England. It's a trophy in that nowadays. So yeah, we have Liverpool, we have Manchester United, we have Aston Villa, and we have Chelsea as well. So those 4 teams are going for Champions League football. You have City and Arsenal who are going to be first and second, so that's done. And you have the defending champions, Liverpool, as you can see, repping the merch as well. I actually like this tracksuit a lot. It's quite nice. But yeah, the defending champions are in the top 4 race. How embarrassing is that, bro? How embarrassing is that? In the top 4 race with United, Chelsea, all of them are the man. Big up AFC always again. Prophet, you happy with your draw for the 5th round of the FA Cup? I know I am. Yeah, bro, I'm relatively happy with it. We got Wolves away. Relatively comfortable game. We should be able to win there. I didn't see your guys' draw though. I didn't see who you guys got, so you can let me know who your draw is against. Be much appreciated. Danchum says will probably be top 5. It will probably be top 5 because the English clubs will probably do well in Europe, bro. So it will probably be top 5. But I'm not even confident for that, to be honest, bro. Genuinely. Unless Villa have a capitulation, which is the only way I see us getting in, because I don't trust us. Big up Wahaha. Big up yourself, Wahaha. Appreciate you all being in. Legends, absolute legends that are watching today. Big up yourself. Mansfield away. Okay. Nice, easy victory there for you then, AFC always. That's a nice, easy victory for you guys. So I'm sure you'll take that, bro. But yeah, I'm happy with my FA Cup draw, who we got. Could have been a lot harder. You know, to be fair, we are probably going to get a harder team in the next round. So yeah, I'll take it for now. Yeah, do subscribe to Wahaha. Big up AJ. Big up AJ. But yeah, the top 4 race, people, it's a whole thing. A big, big thing at the moment. Chelsea, United, Liverpool, and Aston Villa. 4 teams going for the top 4. I said it in yesterday's stream and I'll say it again. There's a big problem with the mentality in English football, and I'm sure, you know, other people, other content creators that you guys watch have probably said this as well. There's a big problem in English football compared to the Spanish league, the German league, even the French league, and the Italian league as well. In England, there's only one real club that want to win, and then everyone else is just kind of happy to finish in the top 5, top 4 every year, whichever one you want to call it. That wouldn't be accepted in any other league. You know what I'm saying? You have big clubs in England, big institutions in England that only care about Champions League qualification. Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool. These are the 3 biggest clubs in England. For me, I'm always going to be biased. For me, it's Liverpool, United, Arsenal. So these are the 3 biggest clubs in England. But again, we're not run properly. All 3 of us are not run properly. And I'll get to the other ones as well in a minute. Big up Waha. Big up AJ. Big up favourite moderator and that. Best moderator and that. Yourself and AFC always are always in the chat. So big up both of you guys. Personally think yourself, yourself, Chelsea, United get it. Because you know what Emery does in terms of the Europa League. Okay, AJ. So do you think that Villa drop out altogether then? Do you think they'll just collapse in the league? Is that what you're feeling? But yeah, bro, we'll just talk about all the English clubs we know as well. So Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Tottenham Hotspur. There's the big 6 in England, we call them, right? Let's take Manchester City out of the equation for 1 minute here. So we take Manchester City out. Let's pretend they don't exist for 1 minute. The other 5 big clubs in England, the big 5. Can you tell me which one wants to actually win? Genuinely, which one has the ambition to want to win? Genuinely, do Manchester United have the ambition to want to win? No. Do Arsenal have the ambition? No. Do Chelsea have the ambition? No. Do Tottenham have the ambition? No. Do we have the ambition? Nope. I hate to say it. I hate to say that about my own club, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show again, standards aren't there. And the word standards comes to mind a lot in these conversations. The word standards is key in these conversations. There's no standards in England. There is no standards in England. And that's a problem. I fully believe Emery throws the Prem in the bin. Fingers crossed, AJ. Fingers crossed they do bin the league off because it will help us out, definitely. A devoted Arsenal fan holding his son's jersey begged Arteta for an autograph. As the manager walked to his car, Arteta looked over and said nothing. Got into the car. Wow, AFC always. No way. He didn't even sign the fans' shirt. That's not on, man. That is poor behaviour from the manager. That is very poor if he just genuinely did that. The top 5 race will go down to the wire, but I do think Villa will remain. I agree, Dantrum. I think it might be a last day thing. I think there might be a team that is confirmed to have it who finishes 3rd. Then I think it'll be no, actually, I think 3rd and 4th will be confirmed, and I think someone will be playing for the 5th spot. So I think it does go down to the wire. I agree. Either Chelsea, Liverpool will miss out. Yeah, I'm feeling that as well, Dantrum. I'm feeling that as well. I can't lie. I didn't expect to be in this position. If you asked me back in August, late August, early September, what my ambition was for the season, I would have probably said to you, I want us to win the league again, get number 21, do well in the Champions League, do well in both domestic cups as well. That would have been my ambition. You fast forward to mid-February, a couple months later, what I expect now is very, very different as a fan. We're not going to win the Champions League. It's going to be a long shot. We're not in the Premier League title race. We're well out of that. And we can still win the FA Cup. We're in that. And we're not in the Carabao Cup either. So, again, my ambition, I'm really angry with what's going on at the club. I do well not to show it with the shows that we do with the rest of the lads, but I'm seething with what's going on at the club. Genuinely, that fan was embarrassing, annoying, and he lied. Arteta is his son's idol. Okay, I haven't seen this, properly. I'm gonna have to go and look at this later. Prophet, you wouldn't know this. Chelsea are 1 trophy behind my club, and Manchester City are only 2 trophies behind my club. You could easily be the. AJ. Yeah, that's right, bro. That is right. That is right. So let's say Chelsea win the FA Cup, for example, they're level with you, and let's say City win the league and the Carabao Cup. All of a sudden, AJ, you guys are 5th biggest in England. That's mad, isn't it? That's mad. AFC, no, he didn't. Top Goon's excuses as well. He had his wife in the car. That's AFC always. That's terrible, but I feel so bad for that fan. I feel so bad for that fan who didn't get an autograph signed. That must have crushed him. You know, when you walk up to a manager, someone you idolise, and he doesn't even sign your shirt, he just walks by you like you're not there. It must be really, really disheartening. I couldn't even imagine if someone like a Klopp ever did that to me. Klopp would never do that though because he's not that person, but that must be really, really heartbreaking for that fan. I feel bad for him. And well, if the Arteta is an absolute disgrace for allowing that to happen or even doing that, you always take time out for the fans, always, because we're the ones who pay your wages. Where did you have Liverpool finishing before the season started? Well, I had us finishing top. I can't lie. I said originally that the top four race will be a top four race. I said originally that we win the league, but I did say it would be a more competitive league. I said City will be right up there, Arsenal will be right up there, but I did have us winning it in a more competitive league. But it's just gone completely left to us. I'm not saying God. I can't lie, bro. You can't do that as a manager. You have to sign a fan shirt if they ask you to. You have to. You have to, man. Even if the fans are annoying. Because of a Champions League won by Chelsea twice and Manchester City treble, we are already fifth biggest in England. I'd say you're third biggest in England. Third, AJ, for now at least. But like you said, that could very, very quickly change. Given we'll give it a couple by the end of the season, that could very well be a different case. Indian Scouts, man, big up my bro. Hope you are well. Sub to Indian Scouts, man. Big up yourself, man. I think we'll finish in the top 5 and Chelsea will miss out. But it could also be Villa as I see them advancing for the later stages in Europe. Thoughts on Wolves away in the Cup? I'm happy with Wolves away, bro. You know, we could have got a much harder draw, but I'm happy we got Wolves away. I'll take that. I just hope we don't screw up, bro. Because again, that's a competition I want us to win because I want us to get some silverware. And as for the top 5 thing, you think Chelsea miss out? Okay, interesting. I'm hoping it's United. Well, to be fair, I really want United not to get it. I'd love it, but I'd love it if it was us, Villa and Chelsea and United just end up in the Europa League. But we'll have to see where it goes, man. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate you being in. Prophet, he even said to Arteta that he's young son. That's horrible, bro. Imagine that kid idolizing someone, and then his dad just comes home and says, "Yeah, I tried to get an autograph for you, but he didn't sign it." Disgusting behaviour. That's the polar opposite of what Arsenal represent. You know, me growing up, Arsenal have always been a nice enough club. I don't really this whole top gooner thing that you guys talk about. I don't really class them as Arsenal fans, so I just remove them out of the equation. When I remove them out of the equation, Arsenal as a club, I actually really like. You know what I mean? I think you guys have a lot of class. You deal with things really well. But that behaviour right there from your manager, that's just the total opposite of what Arsenal represents. And it's more reason why he's not the guy for you. Yeah, big up AJ, man. Again, AJ, man. Absolute legend. Always showing everyone support. Big up yourself, bro. Same, bro. I need us to finish above them and hope we miss out. Hope so, man. Bro, I'll be honest. I can't believe we sat here at the beginning of the season. I remember when we did that live stream together. Bro, we were talking about the league, Champions League, bro. Now we sat here in February talking about are we going to get top 4 or not after spending all that money. Just everything that's gone left has gone left. It's crazy, man. Yeah, big up AJ, man. But yeah, top 4. That's all anyone seems to care about in England. That's all that matters apparently in English football. In Germany, in Spain, and in Italy, the standard and the mentality is to win. You got to win if you're at Madrid because you'll get sacked otherwise. You've got to win if you're at Barcelona or you'll get sacked otherwise. You've got to win at Bayern Munich or you're gone. Paris Saint-Germain, Italian teams as well. So why is it in England there seems to be a little bit of leeway and it seems to be a different thing? Why? I don't get it. And the big clubs as well. I'm going to get onto the big clubs in a minute as well and cook them a bit more. Fans are the most important thing to the football club. 100% AFC always. Fans are the ones who pay the players' wages, provide money to the club because we buy the merch. You know, I bought this merch, so I helped the club again, even though I shouldn't have done it to be fair. But I help the club with the money I invest. And fans worldwide are doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. Fans are the heart and soul of football. You saw it, bro, when we had lockdown and fans weren't in the ground. You saw it then. It just isn't the same. Ultimately, the real question is, whichever team in the Premier League, nothing getting Champions League, has a decision to make about whether you take your league seriously because Thursday, Sunday is a pain in the ass. 100%. But AJ, 2 seasons ago in Klopp's last year, I did the Thursday, Sunday thing. While I didn't really while I wasn't a fan of the Europa League, I still wanted us to win it because I'm greedy like that. But yeah, I wasn't exactly too upset when we got knocked out. I was more upset when we fell out short in the other competitions. But yeah, I agree, bro. Yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting to see if whoever gets Europa League ends up if they take it seriously next season when they're in it. It'll be weird though, because say Villa win the Europa League, they get UCL qualification from that. Yeah, it'd be a bit strange, but 100%. But yeah, Manchester United, in Liverpool, and Arsenal, the three biggest clubs in England, for now at least, can change depending on what happens at the end of the season. Why don't our fans hold us up to a standard? You know what I'm saying? With Arsenal and United, it's more noticeable because they have these things called mutants now. I'm not even going to call them fans; they're mutants. They're things that have kind of just ruined the club and put it in the gutter. I think at Liverpool, we don't really have that problem. We have some deluded fans, but who doesn't, right? So we don't really have the mutant problem. And I feel United and Arsenal haven't been blessed with having a good manager in recent years that can work miracles and pay for cracks like we did with Klopp. That's why at the time I never really put us in the conversation with Arsenal and United when it came to having lack of standards. But now that Jurgen's gone, I think you're really starting to see. I'm really starting to see stuff develop that I don't like at all. You know, the way he's been overprotected, the way he's just been backed no matter what blindly, just gives me off top Gunner vibes or top Manchester United fan vibes, and I don't like it. Question to Prophet: if you could wait to see one player past and present, who would it be? Okay, so past. Is this anyone AFC always, or is it just a Liverpool player? Are you talking about anyone worldwide, or what Liverpool player would I choose to see past and present? Because if it's anyone, I'd probably say what doesn't make sense in mine and AFC always clubs are always women's team. Facts, AJ, bro. Your women's team have got higher standards than your men's team, which is mental, right? I'm sure, AJ, you've seen your club, you've seen your women's team win more than the men's team. You know what I'm saying? I can't even get joy from my women's team, by the way, AJ. Guys, I can't get joy from my women's team because my women's team apparently are crap. They're bottom of the table in the Women's Premier League, so I can't even get joy from that. You know what I'm saying? Anyone. Okay, ooh. So anyone in the past, I'd probably say R9 because I missed it because I was too young. I'd go back and see R9 and I'd probably really see and understand why he's so highly regarded. Present. Present. Ooh. King Leo. It's got to be King Leo, man. Present. Lionel Messi, of course, present. And then for Liverpool, bro, a past player I'd love to see for Liverpool is Kenny Dalglish. I'd love to see him in live action, 100%. Present. Again, I'd love to see him. There's a lot of Liverpool players I'd love to see again, but Firmino has always been someone that I'd love to watch again. So yeah, past R9, present I'd probably say Messi. I can't lie, but yeah, R9, man, R9. See, with me, AFC always you, Rasta, Vigilante. You guys are all a significant couple years older than I am, so you guys lived in a different era to me. I really only got into football in 2018. I was always a Liverpool fan, but I never really properly got invested until the 2018-19 season, which was not a bad year to get into it, to be fair, because I've seen us win the Champions League. But I kind of missed the whole United Arsenal thing. So I just have to rely on what you guys tell me about it. You know what I mean? I just have to rely on what you guys tell me about it. Johan Cruyff is a shout. AJ, Johan Cruyff is a shout, 100%. Mine would be Pele and Liam Braid. Good choices, AFC always. Good choices. So you know what, guys? Where would you guys rank Messi in terms of the all-time greats? Because I'm sure he's up there. Would you say he's the best of all time? Where would you put him on the list? Because I was talking to my granddad the other day. Well, say the other day. I was talking to my granddad last night before we did the Fellowship of the Realisting. And he said, in his opinion, there's never been a player and there never will be a player as talented as Lionel Messi to grace football. Now, I don't know if I agree with that personally. I know Messi's a great. I don't know if I just agree with that. So Where would you guys rank Lionel Messi in terms of the all-time great list? Because I can't lie, there are players there in the past that I think are probably better than him talent-wise. But he'd be right up there too, personally. Mad, absolutely mad. Yeah, but back to the whole top four thing that I was on about. Yeah, standards. Keyword. For me, there shouldn't be a footballer GOAT. How do you compare Messi, CR7, Maradona, Pele, R9 fairly? Exactly, but I mean, bro, to be fair, even having CR7 with in a list with them, one, two, in a list with them, having CR7 there just feels wrong, man. Because when it comes to just pure ability, he's nowhere near R9, he's nowhere near Pele, he's nowhere near Maradona, and he's nowhere near Messi. So, again, I'm not disrespecting CR7, by the way. I know there's a lot of CR7s that watch my content a lot. Quite a couple, actually, to be fair. But for me, I've never really got the whole Messi and Ronaldo thing. For me, I don't know how someone can sit there, watch both of them play, and think that Ronaldo's a better all-round player when he's clearly not. He's just clearly not. But again, each to their own, I suppose, right? Each to their own. Maradona was better than Messi. Maradona won 86 World Cup by himself. Yeah, that's what I felt as well. AFC always. I always felt that Maradona was the better player out of them two, 100%. By the way, there's no disrespect to Messi. He's the best in this generation. He's definitely up there in the all-time list. I just don't know if he's first, if you know what I'm trying to say. AFC always, as you said, you think Maradona's better, and I hear that 100%. 100%. But yeah, moving on from that, the whole top four race is interesting, intriguing. Obviously, AFC always and AJ in the chat. You guys don't even have to worry about this because you guys are going for a title, so you guys can just kind of sit back and laugh at all of us that below you. But yeah, I guess we'll discuss each team. We'll delve into each team and discuss each team. Then we'll look at each team's fixtures and see where they could drop points, and I'll give you guys what I think my top five will be at the end of the stream as well. So we'll start with. Who should we start with? We'll start with Aston Villa. Aston Villa, I can't lie. So Aston Villa under Unai Emery. I'm not gonna lie, they're a good team. They're a good team. I do think they're a bit overhyped personally. On two occasions they've been overhyped and they haven't really delivered. I remember 2 years ago they was in the title race up until Christmas. Up until Christmas. Yo, Rasta, bro. Big up Rasta, man. Big up, bro. Hope you are well. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. How do I want to give? Here we go. Make you a mod. Wait, hang on. Chat. How do I make someone a mod? Big up to Rasta, bro. How do I make someone a mod off StreamYard? If someone can let me know how to make someone a mod, do. But yeah, guess we'll start with Villa. Then we'll talk about my club. Then we'll talk about United. We'll talk about Chelsea as well. And then, like I said, we'll go through the fixtures as well. But Aston Villa, one of the clubs out of four, three that are going for top four. Well, four that are going for top four. Aston Villa. Ooh, hold on. AFC always is here with a question. Question profit. Roy Keane, Vieira, Gerrard. Who starts? Who's benched? And who would you sell? Oh, AFC always. You're putting me on the spot there, bro. Rasta's in the chat, man. Bro, Rasta's in the chat. I can't answer this one fairly. Rasta's in the chat. Big up there. Okay, so I'm going to give you two answers here. I'm going to give you my biased one, then I'm going to give you my realistic one. So my biased one would be bench Vieira. No, my biased one would be. How do I say this? Okay, so the biased one, sell Vieira. Answer the question fairly. What's your opinion? All right, sound, Bob. Sound. Okay, so I'll sell Vieira. I'll bench Keane and I'll start Gerrard. I've got to back my boy. Got to back Stevie G, man. Big up to Stevie G. Got to back him all the time. So yeah, sell Vieira, bench Keane, and start Stevie G. Vieira, bro. Sell Vieira. Apologies, AJ. Apologies, AFC always. I'm not discrediting Vieira. He's a great midfielder. but I just feel like Roy Keane and Steven Gerrard were just a little bit clear. Bro, listen, man. The badge is right there. Gotta back it no matter what. Gotta back it no matter what. Stanley, that one question I can't answer for you, Prophet. Okay, AJ. Okay. Fair enough. Bro, look, Vieira was a very good player. I'm not gonna discredit Vieira. He was a very good player. Start Vieira, bench Keane, Shell Gerrard. Okay, interesting. Hey man, Stevie G, man. Can't be talking about Stevie G like that. But yeah, AFC always, you put me on the spot with that one, bro. You really put me on the spot with that one. So yeah, top four race. Keep getting a bit sidetracked there with what I'm saying. We'll start with Villa. Villa have been a bit of a weird team because I think they started the season off well. They started the season off. No, what am I on about? They started the season off relatively bad. They weren't good, and then as the season's gone on, they've grown into it to the extent where they were kind of in a title race. Then they kind of fell off, and now they're getting dragged into this whole top five race as well. So Villa are a weird team. I'm a United fan. Patrick Vieira was a unit. I hear it, bro. Listen, like I said, Vasta, before you jumped in, I was just talking about how you're older than me, innit? So you got to witness football when it's at its peak. I only really started watching football properly back in, was it 2018-19, around that time. So I missed the whole United Liverpool, United Arsenal thing in the early 2000s. I missed a lot of these players, but all I can really look at and rely on is what you guys tell me, and of course the highlights as well of these players. So you know what I'm saying? I wish I was born in the same era as you, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Start Vieira, bench Keane, South Steven. Okay, fair enough, AJ. I know someone's gonna clip. I know someone's gonna clip up the whole Gerrard thing now. I know it. But yeah, Villa. They're a weird team. They're a very, very, very weird team. I think they're good, but like I said, madly overhyped. There was talks about them being in a title race. Was it 2 seasons ago? Up until Christmas, then the pressure came on. Everyone started hyping them up. Villa this, Villa that, Villa this, Villa that. They couldn't deal with it, and they ended up crumbling. Same things happened this season. They were up there with City and Arsenal for a brief stint. Pressure came on. Everyone started talking about them being in a potential title race. What happened? Their backsides fell out. Arsenal slapped them up at the Emirates, and since then they've kind of drifted into a top 4 race or top 5 race, whichever one you want to call it. Steven Gerrard was a phenomenal player. His goal against West. Oh, AFC always. What a goal that was, man. What a goal. You've taken me back with that one. Pray for my Villa. Oh, yeah, Danchum, you're a Villa fan, aren't you, bro? So how are you feeling, man? Let me know about Villa. Let me know about the whole Villa thing. But yeah, they have a decent squad there. Their manager, Unai Emery. I'm going to say this now. And if you guys think I'm a bit crazy, let me know. I don't really rate Unai Emery that highly, people. I do not rate Unai Emery that highly as a manager. I don't. I think he's a good manager, but I think he's overhyped. And you'd let me know in the comments if you disagree. But for me, he seems like a bit of a bottler, I can't lie. In the Europa League, you can't really question his pedigree. He's been there, done it in the Europa League. But in the league, I've seen him bottle top 4 last season on the last day to a dead Manchester United side. They played Manchester United away at Old Trafford last season on the final game week, and they lost. United were dead. They were terrible last year, and they still couldn't beat United. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's a bit of a bottler. I can't lie. I feel like he's a bit of a bottler. But I'm not discrediting him. I wouldn't take him at Liverpool, is what I'd say. Does anyone disagree with this because of Emery, Europa League love, this way his focus is? Yeah, it will. It will, AJ. That's all he's really got, to be fair. Because, like I said just then, I feel when it comes to league stuff, the Premier League, he's a bottler because he bottled it last season. I just don't feel he's all that great. Villa were never in a title race. I agree. It was just the media hyping it up. Dan, you worry about Emery getting taken by Madrid because the rumours are right there. AJ, I've seen these as well, bro. I have seen these as well, AJ. Unai Emery to Real Madrid. Like I said, bro, Madrid are in a bit of a pickle when it comes to a manager because there's no one out there who's really keen on going there, and they're obviously not going to stick with Arbeloa. So Emery to Madrid could be interesting. Emery won 4 Europa Leagues. Fair enough. Fair enough, AFC always shall slip. Stouch, Wahaha, say the name properly, please. It's Gerard, not Slippy. Smell Vieira, bench Vieira, start Keen. Fair enough, AJ. Wahaha. Profit if Emery's overrated. Bro, if Emery's overrated, Arteta doesn't even have a rating, AJ. He doesn't even have a rating. You know what I'm saying? Can't even rate the guy. You have some key midfield injuries, Kamara, McGinn, and Tielemans, really affecting our performances. I can tell, Danchum, I can tell, because the last couple of weeks, your results have really kind of dipped. Emery will do wonders at Man United. I don't know, AFC always. I feel like he can't cut it at a big club. He was at PSG, he didn't do well there. At Arsenal, I don't know the whole ins and outs of why he got sacked at Arsenal. I think it was something to do with backing or something and that, and the fans not taking to him, but he didn't do too well there. Do let me know the reason why he did go in the end from there, if you can. But the two big clubs he's been at, Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain, he hasn't done well. Now he's come to Villa, he's done well, but again, no disrespect to Villa, but the expectation is a lot lower than it is at an Arsenal or a Paris Saint-Germain. Gerard, yeah, that's right, wow, Gerard. You remember to say that name properly, bro. You remember to say that name properly. See, this is what I don't get. Yeah, everyone talks about Gerard slipping, but why does no one ever mention that Terry slipped in a Champions League final as well? Literally, while he was taking a penalty. Is that not worse? Emery for me is actually a winner, and I can always rate the fact that he goes for the trophy and doesn't take top 4, top 5. AJ, that's one thing I can respect about him. You know, that is one thing I can respect about him. I saw those Real Madrid rumours, but I'm worried about Rodgers leaving, especially if they don't qualify for UCL. Danchon, be honest, yeah. Do you guys not feel that you'd be better off in the Europa League again next year? Because I feel like the Champions League, I noticed it with Newcastle, and I noticed it with you guys as well last season when you were in it. It just feels like you can't deal with the whole congestion thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't deal with playing midweek and then playing again on the weekend. Newcastle have felt it twice now. Both times they've been in the Champions League. They've had a poor league season. Last year as well, you guys felt it. Would you guys not be better off probably just sticking with Europa League? Arteta can't be overrated because no one with a brain rates him. No one rates him, but I'll be honest, no one rates him. Genuinely, no one rates him. But then if he wins the league, what could you really say about him? You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to give him his flowers while he was taking the penalty for the title. Speaking of Morgan Rodgers, give him to me. We'll give you Odegaard and money. AJ, I looked at the Odegaard rumours today. Do you think he will leave in the summer? Because there seems to be some speculation there that he will be off on his way. I don't think Liverpool would have won the league even if Gerrard hadn't slipped. I bet his heat much more than a slip, to be fair. Yeah. Who knows what that season would have had. But yeah, Villa. Like everyone says, I feel like they're going to focus on the Europa League. They're going to go for the Europa League. And I feel that could hinder their league form. It could hinder their league form. I'd rather see our qualification, to be honest. Fair enough, Danchum. I hear that. Are Villa, by the way, in the Europa League, if you guys can let me know, are Villa straight to the round of 16? Or are they playing in the playoffs or something? If you can let me know about that, that'd be great. That would be an interesting one. So, yeah, Aston Villa. That's wonderful. We'll look at Villa's fixtures as well. I'll share the screen and we can discuss where Villa could potentially drop points because they have got some difficult games coming up. So you guys can see this. Apologies, guys. I don't know how to zoom in. So yeah, I hope you guys can just see that, man. I wish I could zoom in, but I don't know how to. So oh, there we go. Got it. There we go. Huh. You learn something new every day, don't you? I've just zoomed in. Zoom in a bit more. Bit too much now. Yeah, I hope you guys can see this. Let me zoom in a bit more. Yeah, let's have a look. There we go. Much better. So yeah, here's a look at comments before. Can always gotta keep up with the chat. The slip didn't lose you that prem. It was Palace. Do we? Yes, AJ, that's correct. The Palace game was the one that really cost us. I think Odegaard is rumoured to go to. I don't think he will, Danchum. I think if Odegaard does leave Arsenal, I think he goes abroad. I think he goes abroad. Maybe back to the Liga or the Bundesliga even. Directly to the round of 16. Okay, cheers, Danchum. Cheers for letting me know that. Arteta wins the League or Champions League and any other domestic cup next to it. He'll get my flowers, but I can't be having Arteta fun of. AFC always, I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. You guys are living the torture there with that guy as your manager. Especially after what you told me about what he did with the fan today. You can zoom in. Cheers, Wahai. I've just done that, yeah. And as you can see, it's zoomed in right there. So yeah, these are Chelsea's no, not Chelsea's, Villa's fixtures. So let's just go through them. We'll start with here we go. So they played Leeds this weekend. Leeds at home. Leeds at home. Could Leeds give them an upset? Maybe. I'll be honest. Leeds have looked good recently. They've looked better, but I still expect Villa to get the 3 points there, especially at home. So I think Villa beat Leeds. Then they play Wolves in a little bit of a West Midlands derby, so that will be an interesting one. But again, Wolves away. Wolves are dead. They should beat Wolves. And then after these two games, look at who they play back to back, people. Look at who Villa have got back to back. Chelsea away, United at home. No, Chelsea at home, United away, sorry. So they need to get 6 points from these two games. 6 points out of Leeds and Wolves are a must. Because then you play Chelsea at home and you play United away. Your one of your some of your top four competitors. AJ, I agree, bro. The injury thing is mad. It's crazy. I did not. I honestly, I was in disbelief when you showed me that stat. Genuinely, 119. You said, "Wow, never known anything like that." He just stopped look good in the last few weeks. Maybe just a slump. They've been great before that. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I know Leeds have taken points off us this season, home and away. But yeah, I can't lie. I think they get 6 from these two. But I think they could have a problem here. I can't lie. Chelsea at home and then United away. They have a really poor record against United away. Even last season, they couldn't beat United away and they were terrible last year. I can't lie. I think they could lose both of these games. So I don't think they're getting 6 out of these two. That's a problem. And then you go down after that. Scroll down a bit. Then they play West. Again, these are 2 hard games too, people. 2 hard games here. West Ham and Forest. Forest away will be tough. They're going to be battling for their lives. Relegation battle. West Ham at home. Again, West Ham going to be battling. Sunderland, again, not an easy side. They're a very, very difficult side, although they're not great away from home. Fulham, then they should probably win that. Spurs, then they have Spurs away at home. Spurs at home. Okay, them last 4 games are a little bit difficult. These last 4 games, they should beat Burnley. That should be 3 points. Appreciate you, AJ. Big up yourself. Appreciate you, bro. That back-to-back March will define Villa's Prem season. It will. 100%, bro. Those 2 games are key. I agree. Struggle against Wolves away. I agree. It's a little bit of a black country derby, that is. So I'd imagine Wolves will actually be up for it. Martinez bottled the UCL for them against United last day of the season. Okay, there we go. My barber's a Villa fan, and he's always telling me Martinez is better than Alisson. So he can hold that. These last 4 games are difficult. I think they'll get 3 points against Burnley. Spurs at home. Again, probably will beat Spurs because Spurs are going to be... I don't even know where Spurs are going to be at that point. So they should get 6 points there. And then here we go, people. We played them second to last game. And then they have Manchester City away on the final day. By the way, people, this last day could be interesting because the title race could go down right to the wire. And the top 4 race could also go down right to the wire. So can you imagine if City need to win the game to win the league? And Villa need to win for top 4. Can you imagine how interesting this game's going to be? I'd imagine everyone's going to tune into this one. City need to win for the title. Villa need to win for the top 4. these last two games, and of course, if we're still in the top 4 race at this point, that's going to be a huge game as well. We need to be going there and winning. So Villa have got some difficult games. But just go through their games again, people. But just go through their games again. So the games that I think will be hard for them. Danchum just said Wolves. I think they'll struggle. Chelsea, United, of course. West Ham and Forest again. I think will be hard games for them. And then I think these two here. So again, looking at Villa's run. I can't lie. I think they've got some difficult games there. And if they take their eye off the Prem, like AJ said in the chat a minute ago, if they take their eye off the Prem and go for the Europa League, all in for the Europa League, they're going to drop a lot of points. And they could really drop down the table. So I think if anyone's now that I've looked at the fixtures a bit more, because I was looking at them backstage before I went live too, I think if anyone's not going to make the top 4 or anyone's going to drop out, it's going to be Aston Villa. Chelsea have the worst fixtures. We'll get onto Chelsea in a minute. We're used to facing City on the last day. Danchum, you screwed it for us last time around, man. 21-22. 2-0 up with 15 minutes to go, and you bottled it. And you stopped us from winning the league. I'll never forgive Villa for that, bro, ever. Nighttime Kid, the legend himself. Big up yourself, Nighttime Kid. What are you saying, bro? How you doing? You all right? Big up, man. Big up, Nighttime Kid, man. Just talking a bit about the top 4 race. Looking at Villa's, Liverpool's, United's and Chelsea's fixtures. So, yeah, some tough games there for Villa. Ooh, there we go. Let's get myself back there. Some difficult games for Villa. So, whether they make top 4, I think, will depend on if they decide to take the Europa League seriously, or if they decide to focus on the league. If they focus on the Europa League, I think their league form is going to take a massive hit, especially with the games they've got coming up as well. So that's Villa out of the way. I think if anyone's likely to drop out, I'm going to say it's them. Big up to Danchum. The interesting thing about Villa and Liverpool game is that if Villa make the final, it could be a rotate team. So Danchum, last season, the Europa League final was actually before the end of the season. Is that the same case this year around? Big up Nighttime Kid, of course. Big up yourself, man. Is the Europa League going to take place before the end of the season again? Odegaard to United. Ooh. Yeah. United would be crazy if they took him on, bro. So, yeah. Does the Europa League final take place again before the season? It's fake news. No one wants Odegaard. I don't think he will leave Wahaha, but I think he is going to leave. If he does leave, I feel he probably goes abroad. I don't think he goes to another club in the Prem. I can't lie. But moving on from Villa, where should we go next? We've discussed a bit about Villa there. I guess we'll go to Chelsea. We'll talk a bit more about Chelsea because I'm a bit more clued up on Chelsea's situation than I am about Villa's. So Chelsea, a very interesting season for them because they start the season off with Enzo Maresca. Again, they were briefly talked about as title contenders at one point. Briefly talked about as title contenders at one point. Doing well under Maresca, to be fair. Beat Barcelona 3-0 at home. Got a 1-1 draw against Arsenal with 10 men. They were doing well. Then I think Enzo Maresca comes out after they beat Everton at home or something, saying that he didn't feel supported or he didn't something. And then from there, it just went downhill. Chelsea end up sacking another manager as well, which is a bit mad. Yeah. Okay, Danchum, that's a new thing they've got going on there. I don't know how I feel about having the Europa League final before the end of the season. I don't know how I feel about that, genuinely. I prefer it to be after. I'm telling you all, the moment they lose to Chelsea and Man United both beat Aston Villa in March. Yeah, AJ, I think they'll lose to both, I can't lie. I think they'll lose both of those games, and I think that will hinder them a lot. United will fall off. Fingers crossed, Nighttime Kid, that they do fall off. No one wants to see that club suffer more than me, tell you that much. United won't sign Odegaard, they'll sign Adam Wharton from Palace. I agree, FC always. I think Odegaard goes to I think Wharton goes to United. Well, at least we can fall off. Yeah, Nighttime Kid, you can. Listen, United may get results for us big six and then lose or draw to bottom six. Yeah, that's the United way, but they get up for the big games and then they're poor against the smaller teams. But Baleba overrated. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pin this comment AFC ways because that is spot on. The Premier League has lost its identity indeed, bro. 100% it's lost its identity. For me, the last good season of the Prem was, what, I'd say 2 years ago, 23-24, when us, Arsenal and City were all going for the league. Other than that, it's been poor. Last season was bad. This year's been even worse. It's declining year in, year out. Belabor, yeah. Belabor's fallen off big time this season. Good thing Brighton were playing hard. But yeah, can you imagine a big club had signed him and he'd ended up having to fall off? He did. It would have been mad. You know what I'm saying? They would have wasted their money. So it's a good thing no one took him up in the summer. They did night Tom Kid. Yeah, I seen it. I seen that all their players went to go get a haircut or something and just to take the piss out of the United strand. Yeah, I seen it. Big up West Ham for that, man. Big up people, man. 10 likes in the building. AJ, big up, bro. Appreciate everyone who has liked. Everyone, much appreciated. Big up to all of you guys. I'm enjoying these live streams. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, we're definitely going to continue this going forward. 110%. Apologies, people. Just getting a notification here. Who's this? Oh, whatever. I'll check it later, people. But yeah, we'll talk a bit more about Chelsea now. Okay, so Chelsea going into the season, what did I think Chelsea were going to offer me? Well, I said that they could challenge for the league, but I've always kind of been critical of Enzo Maresca. I say critical, don't really care. I've always kind of had a doubt about Maresca on whether he's good enough to be the Chelsea manager. Had it last season, but then he won 2 trophies. He won the Europa Conference League, and he won the Club World Cup in his first season at Liverpool as well. His first season, West Ham, that desperately needed a win and bottled it in the 96th minute, taking a piss. To be fair, they should be focusing on staying up instead of taking the piss out of United. I agree. Big up Night Tom Kid, man. Joining on your second account, I see. Big up, man. But yeah, I had a doubt about Maresca last season, but he really quickly shut me up with the 2 trophies he won in his first year as well. This year, I saw that they can challenge for the title, but they should be a comfortable top 4 finish. And they look good for the opening. Up until around November time, they looked actually really decent. Beat Barcelona, like I said, did well against Arsenal, beat us as well. They looked good. Then, the result, they lost 3-1 away at Leeds and it kind of crumbled from there. Again, another team that just dropped down the table from the top 4 race, the title race, sorry. And then Maresca did his whole interview after the Chelsea game saying, I don't feel the support, all that rubbish. And then from there, if there's one club that are going to be ruthless when it comes to managers, it's Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? You do not want to piss that board off. You get on that board's nerves, you annoy that board, it's peak because they will not hesitate. Since Todd Bowley's been the Chelsea owner, I believe they've gotten rid of Tuchel, they've gotten rid of Potter. Don't want to count Lampard because he was only there interim. I'll ignore Lampard, he was only interim. They've gotten rid of Pochettino and they've gotten rid of Maresca as well. So they're ruthless. They are ruthless. Big up AJ. Chelsea needed to give Maresca defenders and a goalkeeper. They gave him Garnacho. Maresca was done dirty. 100% wahaha. Why Chelsea even went for Garnacho makes 0 sense. I bet United fans are laughing. I bet United and the Glazers were laughing that Chelsea were dumb enough to take him. Stupid decision. FA Cup fixtures are rigged. Why is that not, Tom Kid? Just because you're not in it? You're being a bit salty, are you? You're being a bit salty just because FA Cup are in it? Because Spurs aren't in it? Is that what it is? What, because we all got easy draws? Chelsea and Arsenal got easy teams. Yeah, bro. I seen that Arsenal got Mansfield. I don't know who Chelsea got. So, yeah. Like, we get Aston Villa. Bro, it's just the way the draw is, man. It's just the way the draw is. There's no agenda against Spurs. Profit, are Liverpool up there with the worst team to retain the title? I know we are. AFC always, we're not the worst statistically. Chelsea are actually worse than us, but we are up there. And that's not a stat that, I want to sit here and say we are in. But, yeah, we are definitely up there as one of the worst retaining Premier League champions. What's even worse with us is we spent 400 mil and we've just even worse. Oop, I just lagged out for a minute. Can you still hear me, guys? Has my sound cut? My screen just went black for a minute then, for a sec. Hope you can still hear me. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. Well, apologies. Just, again, you know when it starts lagging on my thing, I start to think my sound cuts out, but whatever. But yeah, we are AFC always. We are definitely up there. And like I said, it's even worse that we spent 400 mil. When we had the other time, when we had the fall off in the COVID season, that was more understandable because we didn't spend that much money. You know what I'm saying? And we still had holes that weren't addressed. Klopp hadn't been back that window. But I can't make excuses for this season. We are up there, 100% real. Actual Chelsea fans, I see we've gone actual. Well, they deserve it, man. The fact that they took that guy is crazy. Chelsea got Wrexham. Okay. Chelsea got Deadpool FC, huh? Interesting. Imagine Wrexham go and win that as well. That'd be mad. Chelsea players turn up for below average teams. Yeah. I can hear you. Yeah. Sauda, just the image throws a bit. Okay, bro. Okay, that's fine then. Like Neto will bag a hat trick versus Cardiff and smell out against. Yeah, bro. I hear that, bro. Yeah. Big up, guys. Appreciate you letting me know that. Yeah. Big up AFC always, man. 11 likes. I appreciate everyone. Big up to you all, man. Big up to you all. Can't believe I didn't start doing live streams sooner. Weird on my end, right? Trent playing good. He's back from injury. Prophet, let's be real. You can't replace Trent, bro. Well, we did replace him with Frimpong, bro, so he has been replaced. But if you're talking about systematically, we can't replace Trent. It'll be hard because he was so important to the system we played under Jurgen. So maybe you have a point there, but still, screw Trent, man. He can go hold it. But I don't wish him ill in his career. Hopefully, he does have a good career. Maybe with Parrott, maybe with Porro, he's like Trent because Trent and him are good at crossing and ass at defending. Yeah. Man, like Pedro Porro. I mean, no one's like him except Porro. Are you trying to say, come on, AFC always, man? I don't rate Trent as much, and I will admit that he's overrated as a fullback, but he's clear of Porro, man, as a fullback. Come on, bro. But yeah, Chelsea. So they end up getting rid of Maresca. New Year's Day, we start the year off with a bang. Maresca has left Chelsea. Well, they say parted mutually, but we know the real reason he was sacked. He was told, get the hell out of here. So they get rid of Maresca. They bring in this Liam Rosenior guy. Kind of looks like a YouTuber. And I can't lie. I think Liam Rosenior has done a decent job at Chelsea since he's been in there. He's won all his league games, bar Leeds. He's only lost the Carabao Cup tie, the two-legged tie to Arsenal home and away. Other than that, he's got all wins. He's got Chelsea playing some decent football. He seems like a nice guy too. Gets along well with his players, and it looks like the players are buying into what he's bringing them. So, yeah, Rosenior's come in, done better than I expected. I didn't think he'd do that well, judging off his team talks. I thought he was a bit of a clown, but he's doing all right. I heard Maresca is the Pep replacement. Nighttime Kid, I don't think they'd go for Pep Maresca. I can't lie. City actually have standards, unlike a lot of us. So I think City will go for a proper manager like an Enrique or someone. I don't think they'll go for Maresca. I think Maresca, again, probably goes to the Serie A or something as his next job. Wahaha, that was the game for me that told me all I need to know about where he was, where his head was. That was the game that told me he wanted to leave and he wasn't interested in being at Liverpool. Both of them goals were on him in that game. Both of them. Liam Ross bucket. Hey, Nighttime Kid, he's doing all right, man. He's doing a decent job. I can't lie. I can't forget that rubbish first touch for Arsenal when he was on the touchline. Yeah, the other week against Arsenal. Yeah, his touch is terrible. Who would they go for? You talking about City? Flick to City would be class. I don't think he leaves Barca this season, or next season. I think he's there one more year at least. City probably go for Enrique if he becomes available. If not, they probably go to Bayern and get my man. Anyone else? De Zerbi, I think, is a shout. I think stylistically he'd suit City. But the issue is we've got Nighttime Kid. Whoever they bring in, he's not going to be Pep, is he? He's not going to be able to. He's not going to have that same impact on Pep as Pep did. Sorry, he was so bad. You could see Van der Ven wanted to strangle him on the pitch. Yeah, bro. Oh, VVD, sorry. VVD. He was, bro. VVD was livid with him that game. Livid. I don't rate P. Nighttime Kid, what? Excuse me? You don't rate Luis Enrique? Come on, bro. Luis Enrique is probably the best manager in the world right now. He's a brilliant coach. Really proved his worth last season. PSG manager is overrated, bro. One UCL and little. No one cares. But, bro, you got to... Bro, Nighttime Kid, Luis Enrique did bitch at Barcelona, you know, as well. Not just PSG. He did bitch over at Barcelona too. You know what I'm saying? He showed Mbappe. Everyone thought they were going to be crap, they were going to struggle. And he walked the Champions League last year. Come on, bro. Luis Enrique is a brilliant manager. Best in the world right now for me. I don't like Enrique, but I rate Flick. Flick's very good, but nah, he's not better than Enrique for me. Put it this way, Nighttime Kid. If Enrique becomes available now, everyone's going to be eyeing him up and looking for him. He's the most wanted manager in the world, and he will be if he becomes available. I don't like Enrique, but he did fantastic. Fact, wahaha, fact. He's done a magnificent job over there. Nah, come on, Nighttime Kid. Come on, Nighttime Kid. City fans want Pep out now. They're saying he's done. They want Pep to go now. Yeah, because he's just on. Yeah, because he's just an uncle. That's why. Okay, now I don't know what that means, bro. I think Enrique's a-hole. I've heard stories about him, but I don't know how true they are. I don't know how true they are. I want Pep. You don't want Pep now, Nighttime Kid. Actually, you know what? At Spurs, you guys will probably take a washed Pep, but I wouldn't take a washed Pep at Liverpool. In his prime, yes, absolutely. But he's not the same manager no more. He's not. Pep would let us finish fourth on a domestic trophy. Pep would be tearing his hair out if he went to Tottenham, I'll tell you that much. He would be tearing his hair out, bro. At the state of that club. Notice, Nighttime Kid, by the way, Vidge hates you guys. Rasta hates you guys. I actually don't hate Spurs. You know, we and Spurs have never been rivals, so I don't have that hatred. Don't let them know that I told you that, though. Just the way he got rid of Donnarumma speaks levels. I don't know the ins and outs on the Enrique situation, but yeah. Yeah, Nighttime Kid, man. I don't hate Tottenham like that. I wanted you guys to beat United in that final because I can't stand United. Big up Nighttime Kid, bro. Big up Nighttime Kid. Fuck United. We can agree on that, right? Fuck United. But yeah, Rossini is actually doing bits at Chelsea. He's doing bits. A good start. Drew against Leeds the other week. Probably not the result they wanted, but other than that, he seems like a decent guy. Will he be there long term at Chelsea? I don't think so. Will he be there if they don't get top four? Probably not. AJ, I wanted Donnarumma at my club. Donnarumma is a class keeper, bro. For me, if I had to rank the 4 best keepers in the world in order, I said it in King's chat yesterday. I'd say Alisson, Courtois, Donnarumma, and Neuer. They'd be my top 4. Donnarumma is a class keeper, and the fact City got him as well. Major upgrade on Edison for sure. But with the goalkeeper situation, I've never really had to worry about that because we've got arguably the best there. Nighttime Kid, you are going down. I like Tottenham. They're never boring. Well, they are this year, but still. You know what? In the Pochettino days, Spurs were at least good to watch. They never won nothing, but at least you could turn the television on and actually enjoy watching them play. They kind of lost that with Mourinho and Conte. They got it back with Ange a bit, but then they obviously they wanted the trophy and then etc. and then all that. And then this season they've been boring again. So Spurs just need a manager who plays good football, man. Bring in a manager who plays good football. Maybe they won't win nothing, but at least they'll be entertained, right? I hate United. I hate Frank too, man, from 21-22 or 22. Last time United beat us, now Frank destroys that record. Yeah, Nighttime Kid, bro. Yeah, Nighttime Kid. Nighttime Kid, 100%. Yeah, man. You guys owned United last season, and he's broken that now. Bun Thomas Frank still. Neuer needs to retire low. Dantrum, the fact that he's gone on till 41 plus is crazy, and the fact that he's still considered a top keeper and he's still Bayern's number 1 as well is mental. Absolutely mental. I rate Liverpool second. Pepper more than Alisson. Alisson's the best keeper in the world. Nighttime Kid, don't send for Alisson. Do not send for Alisson. Never send for my goal, man. I'm currently injured. Okay. Well, can I please ask why you don't rate Luis Enrique when you wanted to? Apparently, AJ, Luis Enrique is a bit of a a bit of a dodgy character in it. I always try and separate the football aspect to the personal aspect. You know what I'm saying? But apparently he's a bit of a dodgy character. Neuer is so bad now. Is he really that bad? Is he really? Because I think he's still doing well for his age. I can't lie. PSG starting keeper is rubbish. They let Donnarumma go to City. Bro, that was a bad move. Bro, it was a bad move for PSG, but it was a good move for City. You know, Edison's not a bad keeper, but he's very, very overrated. I'll say that much. Donnarumma is definitely an upgrade, but for PSG to let him go and they didn't replace him either, it's not good on their end. I don't like him, but I rate him fair. Well, fuck Spurs. Last time they won a league was on black and white TV. You hear that, right, Tom Kid? You hear that? But then again, AFC always is an Arsenal fan and I'm a Liverpool fan, so obviously his hatred for Spurs is going to be there. I don't really have that hatred. I'm being real, lads. I don't rate La Liga keepers. They're little dog. So you don't rate Courtois then, night, Tom Kid? You don't rate Courtois? On my laptop, I'm 4 seconds behind. It's normal, bro. It's the way YouTube does things, bro. Like, Neuer has had some stinkers this season, to be fair. Fair enough, Dansham. Fair enough. But again, they had Sommer there a couple of years ago, Jan Sommer, and they just let him go. They should have kept hold of him. Now they're in a pickle when Neuer goes because they got no one to replace him. Trafford is decent apart from... Trafford is ass, bro. Trafford's a second choice keeper at best. Let's be honest. Come on now, Tom Kid. AJ, it's all good, man. It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it, man. You're all good. Fuck Arsenal. Raya, good keeper, but liability at times. I agree, Raya. AFC always. I think Raya's a good keeper, but I don't get it when people are putting him in the conversations with Alisson and Courtois. He's nowhere near that level. I think he's a good keeper, and that's about it. So I agree with you. He's decent, but he's nowhere near elite. Sommer, I rate him. Yeah, Sommer is a decent keeper. Nighttime Kid, we won the league twice at your ground. Hold that. Nah, Trafford looks decent. Oh, my bad, but only time we've seen him is versus below average teams. If you, I don't know, Nighttime Kid, I don't know. But yeah, Chelsea people, they're doing well. Let's have a look at Chelsea's fixtures. Then we'll talk about United and Liverpool as well. Leave the biggest clubs till last, right? So yeah, if I just share the screen. By the way, big up to everyone in here, man. I appreciate you guys locking in with me. Appreciate every single one of you guys locking in with me. Let's just enhance that a bit more. Can you guys see this? You guys should be able to see this. Yeah, so, okay, so Chelsea's upcoming fixtures, people. Okay. So Chelsea's next 4 games, Burnley at home. That's 3 points. They're going to get 3 points at home to Burnley. That's a given. Noosa is decent, but he can't catch much. I'm not sure who Noosa is, bro. Of course, we won something in Europe when you lost them. You know what, Nighttime Kid? That's a fair point, bro. You have won a European trophy and Arsenal haven't, so that is a fair point. So Chelsea's next 4 games, people. Okay. So Burnley's at 3 points. They have to get 3 points there, and I think they will. Then they play Arsenal away at the Emirates. Now, Arsenal are in a bit of a pickle. I'm sure the Arsenal lads, AFC always, AJ, how are you guys feeling about this game? Because after dropping points to Brentford, you guys cannot afford to drop no more points. Literally. Chelsea need the points. Arsenal need the points. That's going to be a very, very interesting game at the Emirates. I can't lie. The Chelsea play them. Then they play Villa away. So they have Arsenal and Villa back-to-back away from home. Wow. Wow. Then they play Newcastle in there as well. They should beat Newcastle, to be fair, because they're pants this season. So I think they'll beat Newcastle away at home, because we battered them. But it's these two here, Arsenal and Villa, back-to-back away, that could stitch them up, I can't lie. I do think they'll beat Villa, I can't lie. But I don't know if they'll beat Arsenal. Yeah, Bob, they got each other again, Night Tompkin. That's mad, isn't it? It's mad. So Chelsea got to get 3 points there because there's a chance that they don't get points out of these ones. Then they have Newcastle. Then they go away to Everton, which won't be an easy game. Goodison away, it's never easy. And then check this out, people. Both the Manchester clubs back-to-back at home. City at home, United at home. City at home, they could be going for the title. Chelsea could be going for top four. Could be an interesting game. They play United at home. They're gonna want revenge on United for what happened at Old Trafford. Nighttime kid, we have won FA Cups and club winners cup. Have you ever gone to our ground and won the league title twice? Nope. AFC always, they've never done that. So they can't talk in that sense. City do look shaky at the back, though. They do. Please, City beat United. They're not playing each other again, Nighttime Kid, this season. They've played each other twice. But yeah, they play both Manchester clubs back to back. Then they have Brighton away. I can't lie again. Arsenal and Villa could be tough for them. And then you got Chelsea and you got City and United again. Could be tough. Brighton as well. Brighton away. Their last 4 games as well. Forest at home. Again, Forest are going to want the points. So that'll be tough. We played them as well. Third to last game before the season at Anfield. That'll be tough. Again, that's going to be a big one if we're both still in the top 4 race too. So that'll mean that we play Chelsea here and then we play Villa after that. That'd be crazy. They play Spurs again, second to last game. Then Sunderland away on the final week. So Chelsea got some difficult fixtures there too. I think, was it Wahaha earlier who said that Chelsea had the hardest fixtures? And it looks like they do. Spurs, us, Forest, Sunderland, United, City, go back up there as well. There's not that much. There's not actually that long left in the season, to be fair. When I look at this, there's not. I'm saying Arsenal, Villa. Chelsea got some difficult fixtures there. I can't lie, people. I cannot lie. Yeah, you did the Wahaha. You've already beaten City. Yeah. Thrashed them at Old Trafford. I don't know about you, got Yoda, but I don't know much. Bro, Nighttime Kid, this interim manager, I don't know much about him, but from what I've heard, he's trash, bro. He is trash. So you should be worried. I can't lie. You should be worried. Yeah, we'll see who you get next season in the summer as your next manager. But yeah, Chelsea, there's a couple of games that I look at and think they could slip up in. I think they'll lose to Arsenal. They could slip up against Villa. Again, that could be a potential banana skin. Everton away. City again, tough. United tough. Brighton away, they should win. Forest at home, I think they'll win. Then they have us as well. Who knows how that's going to go. Spurs at home, they should win again. And Sunderland away as well. Last game, that'll be tricky with their home record. So Chelsea have some difficult games as well, people. Difficult games. So it'll be interesting what happens there between those two. So Villa's fixtures, Chelsea's fixtures, I'd say Chelsea probably have the more tougher fixtures out of those two. I heard he likes 3 at the back. Yeah, I can't lie. That's peak for you then, Nighttime Kid. 3 at the back manager. And he's only interim as well. So even if you get relegated, he'll fuck off out of it and leave you guys in the gutter. So yeah, who you guys get next will be interesting. Nighttime Kid, let me know in the comments, bro. Who do you want as your next manager? Let me know your opinion. Who you want next? So yeah, you'll stay up. Yeah, you won't get relegated. But again, it's not great that you've been mid-table 2 seasons in a row, is it? You know what I'm saying? Profit, the FA Cup, that Fairs Cup. You're talking about the Europa League. The Fairs Cup was oh, my bad, I haven't read that properly. The Fairs Cup was a European trophy back in the day with the Cup Winners' Cup. I get that we haven't won the European trophies recently. No, AFC always, I agree. You have got like you said, you have got a European trophy, so yeah. To be fair, Spurs can't really say nothing to you even with a European trophy, but you're still a bigger club than them. Larsen's been decent. Girona just scored versus Barca. Oh, they're winning 2-1. Wow, that's 2 lot. Barca got slapped the other week. And now they're losing again. The Nighttime Kid's happy. Let's see if VAR does its magic for Barca again. Yeah, fuck Barcelona. What's this Barcelona hate, man? How come you guys don't like Barcelona? Hope they lose that. Hey, Yamal's a good young player, man. Come on, Nighttime Kid. Let's not do that, man. AFC always, you hear what you say. Oh, okay. So you're trying to get onto AFC always for living in the past, huh? But yeah, nah, come on, Nighttime Kid. You can't be saying this about Yamal, but he's a good player. But yeah, Chelsea's fixtures again, interesting. Let's move on to the um the so-called team who are playing the best football in the league at the moment. Big up Josh, man, playing in the Arsenal. Big up Josh, man. Appreciate you being in. Hope you're well. Big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself. Make sure you sub to Josh as well, man. Make sure you sub to playing in the Arsenal. Absolute legend. Esteval over your mouth. Nah, not for me, Nighttime Kid. Not for me. Josh, we're just talking about the top four race, by the way, bro. Analysing Villa, United, Liverpool's and Chelsea's fixtures. Nah, not over your mouth, bro. Esteval's good, but he not yet. Why don't we let Barcelona? Because they're the biggest teams in Europe. Juventus, fair enough. Wow, fair enough. At least it didn't benefit. At least it didn't affect us when we beat them, I suppose. Who's your mouth? Nighttime Kid, you're on two accounts, bro. Don't think I don't know what you're doing. Man's using two accounts on the sly. Man's using two accounts on the sly. Nice one, bro. Don't forget Brentford as well. Yeah, Brentford are right there as well. Brentford are what, sixth in the table right now? They're right behind us. Right behind us. Yeah, big up AJ again, man. Big up yourself. You know, Mendes is too joy. To be fair, he did get locked up in that game. Yeah, Nighttime Kid. Behave yourself, bro. Come on, man. Use one account, broski. Yeah, big up AJ, man. But yeah, we'll go on to Manchester United now. The club that I hate most in the world. They've had a resurgence as well recently under Michael Carrick. So I'll be honest, to be fair, last season, everyone was laughing at United because of how bad they were. Finished 15th in the Premier League, went through two managers, lost the Europa League final to Spurs. They had a very, very, very bad year last year. And look, I was enjoying it, to be fair. This year, I don't actually think Ruben Amorim was doing too bad at United. He had them in and around the top four contention. Definitely improvement on last year. At least they were in the bottom half of the table. So, was Amorim sacked unfairly? Probably not, because he should have gone after last season. You can't finish 15th with Manchester United and lose a cup final to Spurs and keep your job. So it was the right thing, but it happened a bit too late. Although he wasn't doing too bad this season. Beat us at Anfield. Got a couple of other decent results in there as well. So, yeah. And the only reason he even got sacked in the first place was because he spoke out against the board. And again, just like what happened to United, Chelsea, sorry, speak out against the board. Like Rasta says, fuck around and find out. He fucked around and found out, and he got potted. So yeah, he goes. Fletcher's in for 2 games, not too great. And then Kite comes in and actually does relatively well. You played both City and Arsenal, beaten both of them. Battered City, to be fair. The Arsenal game was closer, of course. Done very, very well since Kyle's come in. So as much as I hate to admit it, I've got to give you guys your flowers. What did you do? No, Tom Kid, man, you're a funny guy, man. I swear. Brentford just beat Macclesfield. Oh wow, really? Nice one. Big up Brentford, man. Nighttime Kid history is all good. Come back when you have won 13 league titles, 14 FA Cups, 1 league title at our ground. Nighttime Kid, you can't talk to Arsenal, man. You can't talk to them. Lost to Grimsby. Played 5 at the back versus 10 men at home to Everton. Yeah, like I said, wahaha, he needed to go. He should have gone after the end of last season, let's be honest. Bro, Ruben got sacked because he only talks about transfers. Well, bro, to be fair, I mean, he should have been sacked before that. Like I said, everyone was beating you at the time. Yeah, everyone was beating United. Big up Josh again. Reckon United are certain for top 5, 1 game a week, while Liverpool and Chelsea are in Europe and FA Cup. Carry getting them playing well. That's the advantage that they got. I was going to touch on that as well. United have got 1 game a week, people. They got no Europe. They got nothing else. Out of the Carabao, out of the FA Cup. They just have the league games to focus on. And for that reason, they've got a big advantage there in this whole top 5 race. So, again, I agree with Josh to an extent there. To be real, Ugarte is so bad. Odegaard clears Ugarte. Ugarte is crap, man. He is fucking shit. But then so is Odegaard, to be fair. He started, obviously, sabotaging the team, trying to get sacked as the whole one-man this Amorim. Yeah, bro. Like, you think Ten Hag was bad, and then you end up employing someone who's even worse. It's mental. But you've had a resurgence recently. Beat Fulham as well last minute. Playing some decent football as well. Just playing without the handbrake off. You're actually looking relatively good. So that'll be interesting seeing how you guys get on. But then again, with United, we saw this when Oli took over after Mourinho. They had the bounce, gave him the job, and it all just went pear-shaped. So again, is this really United turning a corner? Are they really better? Or are they just having a manager bounce and will it wear off? Who knows? Who knows, right? But as for United's next manager, it'll be very interesting seeing what they do in the summer as well, along with Spurs, because there's talks about Glasner, there's talks about other managers. Going to be interesting seeing who United go for. Glasner was the one for me that I thought they go for, but I can't lie. They don't want the whole three at the back thing again that Amram did, so that might not happen now. Odegaard for Szoboszlai swap. Josh, we can do a swap for. Trying to think now who we have that we don't even use. How about we bring we sign Quansah back and we sell him over to you for Odegaard. We'll do that, and you guys can have even more defenders because we know Arteta likes defenders, right? So how about that, bro? We'll buy Quansah back, and we can give you you can give us Odegaard in exchange. You know what I'm saying. Imagine you have Odegaard, Ugarte, Bentancur. That midfield's terrible. That midfield is a joke, bro. Oh my life. By the time we got Carrick in after games, but you'd be better off, bro. Be much better off. I don't know about this whole title race though that United are going on about. They're starting to think that they're in a semi-title race. They're not. They're not. I'll take Iraola. Iraola's a decent coach. He'd probably do all right. Well, you know he wouldn't do all right at Spurs because I said Frank would do all right there and he didn't. So it's your board night, Tom Kid. You can appoint anyone, but your board's your problem. You know what I'm saying? We keep Carrick, IMO, especially after Ancelotti and Tuchel. Yeah, Ancelotti's staying at Brazil. Tuchel's staying at England as well. Even Pochettino looks like he might stay at the United States. So I don't know. Giving Carrick the full-time job, that could go pear-shaped again very, very quickly. So that could be a bit of a risk. Have a cheeky little Xavi again, bro. You can appoint whoever you want. But your board's still the same, and that's the big problem. Quansah will push the margins our way, guys. Yeah, 100%, Josh. Oh, sorry. Profit as an Arsenal fan who's been supporting for 39 years. A long time AFC always, man. Big up yourself, man. 39 years a supporter of Arsenal. A proper Arsenal supporter as well, by the way. Not these weirdos that you see online on TikTok. I'm ashamed of my football club, a club like Arsenal. Nothing but this. Bro, it wasn't always like that, though, AFC always. You used to be a team back in the day, but it's peak for you guys at the moment. I think you start by removing Arteta, bro. Arteta, you start by removing him, then you can start the process of properly healing your club. But as long as he's here, bro, you are in a bad way. Give me nighttime, kid. Come on, man. The guy will get you relegated. He didn't even do well at Middlesbrough. Yeah, you're not in a title race. We're not in a title race. We would be if we sacked Amram. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that still. You know what I'm saying? This is Carrick going up against Pep. You think he'd beat Pep in a title race? No. I think you'd be third, comfortable third, but not a title race for me. Give me Carrick for manager bounce to keep us up. That you know how mad that sounds, night time kid. You're saying to keep us up and that. I've been supporting Spurs from the day I came out. My mum, at least you're loyal, night time kid. The losses you've taken, the L's you've seen down the years. At least you said loyal to your club. You know what I mean? Big up yourself. We should give him 12-month contract so he doesn't have too much power. First, I do think United. I don't think he'll be there though. Well, I think he'll get someone else in. So I think Glasner, even though Vigilante said this as well before, Glasner actually can adapt. He's not just someone who plays two at the back. So again, I think Glasner is someone that you should look at probably. You would, to be fair, you would. Last season, my heart. But nighttime kid, you won a trophy last season, bro. You won a trophy, bro. Nighttime kid. Yeah, you finished 17th in the table, but at least you won the Europa League, a European competition. You know what I'm saying? This season, heartbreak, but little joy in the UCL. You've been all right in the UCL, bro. You won't win it, but you've been better in it. But your league form has been ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure of that. I'm not saying we'd make it. Yeah. But we'd be in the title. It's fair enough. Wow, fair enough. Bro, fuck the silverware. We finished 17th. Bro, trophy's more important, man. You know what I'm saying? AFC always is in the chat. AFC always. Would you rather finish 17th and win the Champions League, or finish second and win nothing? What would your answer be, Bob, if you're still here? Would you rather finish 17th, win the Champions League, something you've never done, or would you rather finish second and win nothing? Nah, AFC always, bro. AFC always. Champions League trophy's more important. You know what I'm saying? Forget the league position. Spurs to get relegated and win the UCL would be the most Spurs. What would happen, Josh, if that happened? Say they did get relegated, but they won the UCL. Would they still stay up because of that? How would that work? Prophet, I know Arsenal never got relegated. I'm sure Everton didn't even. Prophet, I know Arsenal never got relegated. I'm sure Everton didn't even know. I know I'm right about Arsenal. Not sure about Everton. Can you confirm? Everton. I think Everton have been relegated, bro, in the past. They have. I know Arsenal never got relegated. To be fair, that's a decent record to have. But yeah, Josh, what would happen if they actually won that? If they did that? If they won the UCL but they got relegated? I'm sure they'd have to stay up. They'd have to come up with some sort of rule. 17th or second is the same, but you have a UCL. Exactly, wahaha. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Girona wins. Interesting. Barcelona crumbling a bit there. Madrid take advantage. I actually want Spurs in the Champions League quarterfinals. Ooh, AJ, you want Spurs? Ooh, okay. North London derby in the quarterfinals, huh? That'd be interesting. And they'll be playing UCL in the Championship with the chance to win the Super Cup and into Continental Cup will be the next World Cup, Club World Cup too. That'd be mad, bro. That'd be crazy. Arsenal having 1913, I think. No, Tom Kid, I'll be honest, bro. That was even before World War One, so I've got no clue. I don't go that far back, bro. I don't. Profit, Palace, Newcastle, Tottenham had a better season. Exactly, AFC always. Exactly, bro. You think these clubs cared that they finished wherever they did in the league? No, they got a trophy on their name. Spurs finished 17th. Did they care? No, they still had a parade. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal finished second. What did they have to show for it? Nothing. Trophy any day, every day of the week. You know what I mean? Flick's highline is getting exposed big time. Barca lost, but man of the match is their keeper. He's saving them again and again. Yeah, man. I remember when Ter Stegen used to be Barca's keeper, man. He was a goat, man. Back in the day. I don't know who their keeper is now, though. Joe Garcia, never really seen much about the guy. Bro, North London derby is like our UCL final. Well, good luck to you next week then, and Waha. If you lose, it's peak, bro. AFC always, AJ, are going to be on to you if you lose that game. But United, we'll bring up United's fixtures then. And Wahaha, if you're still here, we can discuss through your guys' fixtures, you know what I mean? Man United's fixtures. Let's have a look, see. Jean Garcia, they bought him from Espana. He's really good. Okay, what happened to Ter Stegen then? Exactly, because I remember when Ter Stegen was absolutely killing it at Barcelona. Did he just kind of lose his touch? Flick being questioned by the players tactically after Atletico loss, he could be in trouble. Okay, Josh, interesting. Standards, huh? Standards, you know what I'm saying? He's got them to, but he's top of the league, Josh. Josh, he's top of the table. Why are they questioning him? That's mad. If we draw, Arsenal is getting it. Not a Tom Kid. If we draw, Arsenal is getting it. You'll go from 16th to 15th, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man said if we draw, Arsenal is getting it. Arteta for Flick. AJ, I don't think Barcelona would take him. I can't lie. But Flick again. Flick fell out with Ter Stegen. Okay. Exactly, AJ. Where are the standards, bro? The man said if we do, Arsenal are getting it. Flick is my dream manager. Okay, Josh, you wouldn't say Enrique. Ter Stegen is now backup. Okay, you wouldn't say Enrique. Fair enough. Flick's also a good manager. He's top of the table. Wow, you trying to tell me that Arbeloa has Madrid top of the table? No way. Barcelona are bottling it, man. They are bottling that La Liga. I can't even lie. Man said Arbeloa has Madrid top. That's mad. Now, I mean, if we draw in the UCL, Arsenal. Okay. Oh, you're trying to do the whole European heritage thing. We got more heritage than Arsenal, so we'll beat them. Okay, I see your game that time, kid. Okay, okay. Big up Adam, bro. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate you being in here. Appreciate you being in here. I'd take anyone with a proven track record over the Evertonian. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Pain in the Arsenal. I mean Josh, sorry. We'll see though. We'll see if he actually does get booted out, if you're stuck with him for another couple of years. Liverpool, bro, wow, he was not a legend. Arbeloa was not a legend for us, bro. He was a hot. I wouldn't even. He was a decent player. That's it. He was no legend though. My top three for Arsenal next is Enrique, Flick, then Rene Sledges. Fair enough. Fair enough, AJ. Big up, AJ. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, broski. Arsenal. For me, AJ, my top three would be Alonso, Enrique, and Nagelsmann for the Liverpool job. Any one of those three, I'll be more than happy with. But yeah, if we look at United's fixtures, people, United have Everton away next again, a game that they don't traditionally do too well away in. That could be tough. Palace at home, they should beat Palace. I can't lie. Palace are in a bit of a state now. I can't lie with what's happened recently. Newcastle away again. St James's Park will be tough, but Newcastle are dead. Villa at home again. I think they'll beat Villa because Villa have got a bad record. Bournemouth away. Bournemouth will be a tough one. Leeds at home again. That'll be tough. Chelsea away again. Chelsea will want revenge for the reverse fixture. Brentford at home. Then they play us at Old Trafford. Sunderland away. Forest at home. Brighton away on the final day. Okay. United don't have it too bad, people. I can't lie. They haven't got it too bad. You know, I look at games they could drop points in. Everton, maybe. But then Everton are hit and miss. Newcastle, hit and miss. Villa, I think they'll beat Palace. But they'll beat Palace. Palace are dead nowadays. I think they'll beat Leeds at home. I can't lie. I think they'll beat Brentford at home. Chelsea away, maybe. That's the game that they'll probably drop points in. Bournemouth away could be a tough one. But standout games that they'll drop points in, I think. I only see Chelsea and Liverpool, really. I can't lie. Brighton, again, United will get a joy with the way Brighton play. Sunderland will be tough with the home record, maybe. Forest at home, there's to deal with. So, yeah, be mad. I jokingly put legend in an ex-player, even if they played a total of 12 minutes. Yeah, Arbeloa wasn't that good, but he wasn't that good, I'll be honest. Xabi is another process manager, to be fair. Mentioned. Hang on, sorry, bro. Just let me read that properly now. Xabi is another process manager, to be fair. Mentioned the process in every Madrid press conference. Thought I'd take him over Tete. Fabregas admitted he was desperate to sign for us in 2008. Wow. Man like Xabi Alonso, man. Really, that's crazy, bro. I didn't really watch much of his press conferences at Madrid, but if he's doing the process thing, I don't know about that, bro. I love Xabi and that, but if he's doing that, I'm less of that, but I don't want that here. Decent run in. Chelsea and Liverpool aren't really that good. Facts, we aren't that good. Both of us aren't that good. Yeah, you're optimistic. You should be, bro. He was dirty, not good. 100% Waha, agreed. Arbeloa was not good. I can't lie. I don't trust us at Old Trafford. Our record at Old Trafford anyway is dead. And since the 7-0, our results against United have been poor as well. Bar 1-3-0 result last season. We don't travel well to this ground at all. So I have no confidence for us playing them. Chelsea away might cause them problems. They might lose that one. And then other than that, I think they beat Leeds at home. I think they beat Brentford at home. I think they beat Forest at home. I think they beat Brighton away. They beat Palace at home. Everton away, I think they'll win. I can't lie. Because Everton are just, you don't know. Everton only ever play well once a year, and that's when they play Liverpool home and away. Newcastle away could be tough, only because it's at St James's, though. If it was reversed, I'd be backing United all the way. Bournemouth away, maybe as well. Guys, United might just be getting top 5, I can't lie. That running does not look too bad. Other than us and Chelsea, they should get top 5, I can't lie. They should be getting top 5. Yeah. Forest are rubbish. Brighton are rubbish. Brentford at home is all right. Sunderland away can be tough. Sunderland away maybe because of the whole home record thing. Forest are dead, yeah. Brighton are dead. Brentford at home, yeah. Again, but even Palace at home, you should beat Palace at home now because Palace are dead too. And then you have us at home, and then you have Chelsea. Those are the only two games. Other than that, you guys are laughing. I can't lie. You guys are laughing. Should be comfortable. I can't lie. So, yeah, looking at this fixture one here, boys, I think United are getting top five comfortably. They should be one of the first names in there. Newcastle have a really busy period. They can always show up and play you off the park, but can also look really sluggish. 100%. Wow, 100%. Even at St. James's this season, I don't really trust them. I don't really trust them at St. James's either. So, yeah, United, out of the three fixtures we looked at, Villa, Chelsea, United, they probably got the easiest one. Chelsea probably have the toughest, Villa second. So, yeah. AJ, I agree, bro. As of right now, I think United are most likely to get third place. I can't lie. Can't believe they're going to get third, man. I finish above us. Probably mad. Forest sacking Sean Dyche makes no sense, and then bringing ex-Wolves managers. No, Forest sacking Sean Dyche. It's honestly AFC always. Forest have had a mad season. They've broken a record, I think, bringing in 4 managers in one season. Had Nuno, sacked Nuno, brought in Ange, didn't work out, sacked Ange, brought in Dyche hasn't worked out, sacked now. Now you bring in the ex-Wolves manager, Vitor Pereira, is it, I think? I think he'll keep them up. I think they will stay in the league, but Forest are a very, very strangely run club, I'll be honest. A very weird run club. Weird run club, should I say. It makes zero sense. It literally makes zero sense. But I don't think Dyche was right for Forest, to be fair. I think they have a very good squad there. And I think Dyche is probably better suited to a club like someone with less quality players. But the results weren't there with the AFC always. He wasn't getting results. And you know what? The Forest owners, like, he is ruthless. So, not surprised that happened. Dyche needed to be sacked. He's rubbish. The appointment's a little bit bordering, but at least it might give him a bounce. Yeah, bro. You know, Vitor Pereira at Wolves. Me being a Liverpool fan who lives in Wolves, I know a bit about them. Again, you give a manager who's not too bad, did well for Porto, to be fair. You give him some decent players, because Forest do have a decent squad. Maybe he'll do well. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see Forest. Forest may well have just screwed themselves over there by sacking Dyche. I can't lie. Doesn't matter. Spurs are going down, not Forest. But yeah, out of everyone's fixtures, United's fixtures look the easiest. I can't lie. I can't even lie. We'll move that. We've got one more team left, people. Now we'll get to the main event. We'll talk about my club, Liverpool. So, Liverpool. Where do we even start with how bad we've been this year? Okay. Like I said, beginning of the season, my ambition was to win the league, do well in the Champions League, and do well in the domestic cups. Now I'm sat here thinking about top 4. Can we get top 4? Can we get top 5? That's what I'm thinking about now. Also, Coventry beat Borough, and we are back on top in the Championship. That's good, Mo. Big up, Wahaha, man. That's nice. Big up. Yo, Night Tom Kid, big up yourself, man. So, Liverpool, can we get top 4? Genuinely, I don't know, because it feels to me like we do better in Europe than we do in the league. We need to get Champions League. We cannot, and I repeat, cannot spend 400 million and play Europa League football next year. Like I said, I did 1 year of the Europa League, wasn't a fan. So we need to really be fixing up, because we cannot afford to not get Champions League. We're probably not going to get money anyway in this. Well, actually, I tell a lie. The reason I think we didn't get money in January, because I don't think the owners and the sporting directors want to give Slot any more money, which is why I think he didn't get none. Maybe with a new manager, we might get a bit of a kitty in the summer. However, if Slot is still here and we're in the Europa League, I'm going to be so dejected going into next season again. So if Slot doesn't make top 4, he's definitely gone. If he makes top 4 and doesn't win anything, I think he's definitely gone. If he makes top 4, wins the FA Cup, I think he's definitely gone. If he makes top 4, wins the Champions League, I think he stays. The 4th option, I don't think happens. The other 3 are possible, but again, I think there's a problem, because I don't have faith in us. Chelsea have had a manager bounce. United have had a manager bounce. We're still doing up. Fuckery. Liverpool petty for not selling Endo, bro. For not selling us Robbo, bro. Listen, man. I don't know what happened with that deal. We couldn't sell him that time, kid. Could not afford to sell that guy. I'll be honest. We already struggled in defensively. It'd be stupid to let him go. I want Millwall to come up. It'd be nice, Waha. Something different for a change. Seeing them come up. Highline for life, Highline for life, mate. Yeah. Hold on. Is there any way Brentford can be in the top 5? Is there any way? You know what, AJ? If they put a decent one together, because they're not too far off us right now, so I think it's possible. Unlikely, but they're on course to finish in Europa League right now, or Conference League, so it's possible, 100%. But as for Liverpool people, our top 4 thing. So I have this whole thing in my head where if we get top 4, I still look at it as a very, very poor season for our standards. And the manager just has to go. If we get top 4, win the FA Cup, I still look at it as a poor season with the money we spent. So I'm in a position where I'm not confident because I feel like I said Chelsea look good, United look good. And we're just doing up fuckery still. Being hit and miss, inconsistent. I don't have much faith. I don't have much faith at all, I'll be honest. I hope we can do it. But I think if anyone's least likely out of everyone, I think we are, I'll be honest. And I can't do Europa League again. I just can't do it. Depends how sick the team in front of them play. 100%. Because you never know. One of us could have a drop off at any time. Modric is balling out. Nice to know, man. Big up Uncle Modric, man. Still balling out at his age over in Serie A. We need Millwall versus West Ham next season in the Prem. AJ, I can't lie. I think West Ham are getting relegated, bro. So I don't think we'll see that, but it would be nice to. But I do think West Ham go down. Imagine Brentford in the UCL. Would be great, especially if they beat either Chelsea or Liverpool for that spot. 100%, bro. It'd be nice. It's shock for Chelsea and Liverpool, but it'd be nice for them. So Liverpool, I'm not confident, but then I also feel like we have to do this. We have to get top 4. I've seen a couple of our fans saying maybe we should bin the league off for the Champions League. Well, that's a big risk because if we come up against the Bayern Munich, what are we going to do? And we go out, then what? We bin the league off, focus on the UCL, get knocked out of that, and then we're really far from the league. We are in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get Champions League. And as for our fixtures, they're not too bad, but I'll run you guys through them as well. Just bring our fixtures up on the thing. Honestly, I can't wait for Slot to go. This season has been so dejecting, draining, so unexciting. I don't look forward to games, you guys. I don't look forward to turning the television on and watching Liverpool games. I don't, because I can't stand the style of football. I can't stand the manager, and I just hate everything about it at the moment. Sooner we get to the end of the season, get top 4, hopefully, sack this guy, bring in someone else, and I can look forward to games again. Man. Let me just bring our fixtures up though, and we'll discuss our fixtures. Save the best for last, of course. I say best for last. We're not best. We're not the best at anything nowadays. So here we go. These are our fixtures coming up. We'll discuss these. Even us, if we still had Amorim, I'd be laughing if Brentford got in over us. 100%, bro. KFC, Kentucky, Richarlison, Sikin. Richarlison, 100%. Big up Waha, AJ. He does always speak his truth. Yeah. So these are our fixtures, people. Our fixtures. Now, that should be 9 points on paper, people. Forest away, West Ham at home, Wolves away. That should be 9 points. Now, I know these two will make it tough for us because they're both battling relegation. But come on, we should be getting 9 points out of all 3 of those games. Forest away, I'm sorry, has to be 3 points. West Ham at home has to be 3 points. Wolves away has to be 3 points. Got to get 9 from them. But I'll be honest, I can see us dropping points in one of these games. Forest away, maybe. New manager match, potentially. West Ham again fighting for their lives, but we should still win. And then Wolves are pretty much buried. Wolves are buried. They're relegated. They got no chance of staying up. No chance at all. So, again, it should be 9. But I don't trust us. I don't trust us at all. After that, Spurs away. No, Spurs at home, sorry. the game we won the league in last year. That'll be interesting. Spurs will definitely be interesting. We should win that, but who knows? Night time kid, get involved, man. Spurs, how are you feeling for our game again on the 15th of March? Brighton away again. You never know. Never know, man. Fulham at home again. You don't know. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit peak for us. Everton away. First game at Dickinson. First derby at Dickinson. We're not going to win. I can just see that being an Everton win or a draw. There's no way that the VAR officials are going to let them lose that first derby at Goodison. Just like they didn't let them lose, at Dickinson. Just like they didn't let them lose the last derby at Goodison last season. They're not going to let Everton lose that game at all. And we won't go. And can you imagine this Liverpool team, how we are mentally going away to that new ground? First derby. We're not mentally prepared for that. Palace at home, that's our bogey team, to be fair. That is our bogey team. They're beating us in the league this season. They're beating us in the cup, beat us in the Community Shield. But we should beat them, I can't lie, because they're in free fall at the moment. United away after that, again, not confident. Like I said, not confident because I don't think our record there is great. And I think if they're on a good roll still going into that game, we probably won't win. Oh, my God, look at these. Look at these three. Brentford at home won't be easy either. Let's be honest. Brentford at home will not be easy. Anyone saying that's going to be an easy final game? No, it's not. That'll be tough. United away. Chelsea at home. Villa away. We play all three of our rivals towards the end of the season at the business end. We're not getting 9 points. Let's be honest. We're not getting 9. Chelsea will be hard. Villa will be hard. United will be hard. And Brentford will be hard too. And these will be hard. We'll make all of these games harder than they need to be. Oh yeah, you mentioned too that earlier he's very pragmatic. He usually found a way to steady teams in big trouble. Long term, he's not an option, but I expect him to keep Spurs up. Yeah, that's all he is, bro. He's literally just a interim till the end of the season. He's there to stabilise them, make them defensively solid, and keep them up in the Prem. Then he goes off on his way in the summer. Prophet, what on earth has happened to your leadership this season? What has happened to it, AJ? What has happened, bro? Virgil, again, not commanding. He's the captain. He doesn't command it. Our senior players not stepping up. Salah's not stepping up. It's been an absolute clown show. Everything that could have gone wrong, we spoke about going wrong in the summer, is going wrong. It's mad. We're in a big problem. I don't think we're as bad as people think we are, though, AJ. I think a new manager will fix a lot of these issues. So, yeah, fingers crossed we can get that new manager in the summer. Barca got cooked. B is there. Big up B is there, bro. Hope you're well. Big up yourself, B is there. Yeah, bro. Barca have bottled it. You guys have gone top now. You guys are now top of the La Liga. So fair play, man. Our below are doing up all right there. Still, big up Nighttime Kid again. I feel players don't like what starts. They don't. Wahaha. You got to remember, most of our team only ever had Klopp as their manager. For the whole time they were at Liverpool, we had no one else for 9 plus years. No one. We're so used to pressing high. We're so used to that gegen-pressing, heavy metal rock and roll football. We've now gone from that to Slot, who comes in and wants to play slow, build-up, boring, possession-based ball. Players are naturally going to look at it and think, what the hell are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? That's why in games this season, it feels like the players have just dished what the manager wants and they're just doing their own thing, going back to what they know. Yeah, it's not trying some BS slow controlled football, man. Madrid and Spurs for life. Yeah, he's not at Spurs. No, Madrid and Spurs for life. Man's a Madrid and a Spurs fan. Fair enough. Wahaha, there's only 2 managers in world football that can execute possession-based football properly, and that's Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique. Other managers do it, try, but they can never execute it. It's just guessfully. You know what I'm saying? Wahaha, he is, bro. Was like a walking peak for us. He is. It's a mad one because I praised Slot last season. I always said personally, while that was still Klopp's team last year, Slot was coaching us. Slot made tactical tweaks that benefited us. But again, like I said, if something's not broken, don't fix it. In the summer, he felt the need to change so much up. He had to rip everything up and build his own team almost. There was no need to do that. The team's already there. The winning mentality is already there. The players are winners. just add to it. All we really did was replace in the summer. You bring 2 strikers in, you take 2 strikers out, one for tragic reasons. You replace Frimpong with Trent, that's replacing. Replace Simicast with Kirk, that's replacing. Only real addition we made is words to the squad. Our squad depth is still poor, which isn't good. And the manager this season shows that he's got all his players together, but he can't find a way of getting them to cook together. Tactically inept, proven up to be someone who, again, last season when he made a couple of tactical tweaks was doing well. This season when he's tried to implement his own style of play onto the team, it's just completely gone left. Profit Chelsea never should have gotten rid of Gavici, 100%, bro. They never should have. Never. Profit, you're cooked. Slot wants to go Madrid. They can have him, bro. No, Sobo wants to go Madrid, sorry. Where have you seen this? Night Tom Kid? I haven't seen this. It's happening again. Real Madrid, it's going to happen again. Trent, Sobo, let's go. Liverpool can't catch a break. Bro, we won the league last season. What do you mean we can't catch a break? Where's this? No one has confirmed this Soboslai. As if he's going to go, bro. As if he's going to go to Spurs. Let's be honest, Night Tom Kid. No chance. No chance, man. He might go to Inter Milan, but he won't go to Spurs. I'll tell you that much. And this Soboslai to Madrid thing is BS, bro. It's not even been reported by anyone credible. I've seen it, but it's no one credible who's reported it, so it's just BS, bro. I remember another thing why I don't like Enrique. Their hallway kickoffs where they just hoof the ball for throwing in deep in the opposition's half. That's the epitome of anti-football. Fair enough. Wahaha. You give opponents the ball so you can press them high. That's so bad. So bad. Profit, I'll trade you Odegaard for Soboslai. Is there anyone in our team that I'd really trade? There's no one really, other than the goalkeeper, Mamados, really. That's the only one I'd trade. I can't lie, AJ. Everyone else in the team, I love them all, man. I wouldn't want to get rid of them. Even the ones that are declining. But yeah. 9 likes. Come on, people. You're moving like Tottenham. Big up, people. Big up everyone who was like, man. Big up to everyone. Appreciate that, AFC always. Yeah, the slide deep with Spurs there as well. But yeah, for Liverpool people, fixtures. I think that'll be tough. That should be a win. I think that'll be a win because of the way Brighton play. That should be a win at home. That'll be a tough game. That should be a win at home. Not confident. That should be a win at home final day, but it will be tough. Not confident for these 3 games. These 3 games are going to be huge. If all 4 of our clubs, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Villa, are still in and around each other at this point of the season, business end, and we have to play these 3 back-to-back, away, home, away, yeah, I'm not confident, bro. Because we're going to require 9 points, most likely. That's why I'm saying if anyone's most likely to reach drop out and not make it, I think it's going to be us. AJ said it today with the fake Odegaard news. No one wants him. Yeah, man. The Soboslai stuff's BS. He's not going to go Madrid. If anyone's likely to go Madrid in our team, I'd say McAllister. Can't lie. Nighttime Kid, it's no one credible, bro. It's no one credible is reporting it. Bournemouth are in great form. They will push for Europe. They had a bit of a down period, but I think they have rejuvenated themselves a bit conveniently since they beat us. Profit, am I confident under Arteta? Absolutely not, bro. Yeah, bro, I don't blame you for being confident. But you know what, AFC always, I'm sat here in the top 4 race, bro. At least you're at the top of the table looking down at all of us, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about no top 4 race. But AFC always, like I said on Friday, I think it was, the cup final will be big, and the league game against you and City will be big as well. I think that will tell us a lot about who wins the league. Night Tom Kid, you speak more about Arsenal than you do about Spurs too, bro. You can't just say AFC always is like that. You speak more about Arsenal than Spurs too. Yeah, AJ, no one wants Odegaard. He is not he's not someone you want in your team. You know what I'm saying? The guy just hides in the moments, the big moments he goes missing. You don't want him. Do not want him. So yeah, those are Liverpool's fixtures. These last 4 games are not peak, man. Take Brentford out, United away, Chelsea at home, Villa away. Peak, man. Peak. So yeah, just to get that off the screen. So that's it, people. We've gone through everyone's fixtures. We've gone for Villa, we've gone for Chelsea, we've gone for Liverpool, and we've gone for United. Just take him out back and put him out of his misery. I'm just giving your club recognition. AFC always, listen, your rivals, well, night time, kid. Your Spurs are your Arsenal are your rivals, and vice versa. So you guys are gonna have to just. It's always gonna be like this night time, kid. Actually, night time, kid. I would trade Odegaard for James Madison. Interested? Odegaard. Good one, Aves. Hey, night time, kid. You gotta hold it, man. You support a club that isn't serious. You gotta hold it. You know what I'm saying? No one likes Arsenal's football. Yeah, no one likes their football. But if they're in the league, we can't really say nothing, can we? Madison, no chance. But someone will sign him. Nighttime kid, someone will sign him. You're going to lose Van de Ven and Romero this summer. This is what happens, Nighttime kid, when your club aren't ambitious. This is what happens. Players' heads get turned. Now, but at the top of the league, I have to talk about them. Yeah, bro. Whatever you say, Nighttime kid, whatever helps you sleep at night. Although being the nighttime kid, you probably don't sleep at night, do you, bro? But yeah, I can't really say much. To me, we as Liverpool have got bigger things to worry about than Arsenal winning the league, man. I can't lie. We can't even be thinking about what Arsenal are doing. We've got to just be focusing on our own thing, and that's staying in the top half of the table currently. So I've got nothing against Arsenal. If they win the league, congratulations to them. They would have won it because they're the best team in the league. Vice versa if City win it, and I'll congratulate them. I won't be salty about it. You should look at Wrexham. They have money and are looking for publicity. Interesting, wow. Not surprised they got publicity, but they've got Deadpool as one of their co-owners. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Nighttime kid, you can't talk to me, bro. You got beat to us in the final. Hold that, bro. Hold it. Couldn't even win a Champions League final against us, man. You know what I'm saying? You took you being in the BTEC European competition to win something against United, who were dead. But yeah, people, I did say at the end I'd give you guys my top 5 in order, and I'm gonna do that now. I've looked at everyone's fixtures: Villa's, Chelsea's, United's, Liverpool's, and I'll give you guys my top 5 now. So I think Arsenal win the league. I think Arsenal finish first. I think Manchester City finish second. This is in order, by the way. Arsenal first, City second. I'm gonna go with United in third because I think their fixtures are really, really looking favourable for them. I'm going to go with Chelsea in fourth. I'm going to go with Liverpool in fifth, and I'm going to go with Villa in sixth. I agree with AJ. I think Villa are going to take their eye off the Prem, and I think they're going to really, really, start to dip down the table in the Prem to focus on Europa League. So I think because of that, it will benefit Liverpool. It will benefit us the most probably, and I think we'll just sneak in fifth place, and then we get to the summer with Champions League football, be sack slot, and we start again next year. Put this disaster of a season behind us and go again. But yeah, that's my order, people. Arsenal first, City second, United third, Chelsea fourth, and Liverpool fifth. That's what I think. Night time, kid. Yes, you would, bro. Of course, you take Odegaard. Wahaha, City first, United second, Arsenal third, Villa fourth, Brentford fifth. How wild is that? Nah, Arsenal will be top 2, bro. I still think they'll win the league. I think they're making it really hard, and they're making it really, really difficult, but I think they still win the title. Tottenham will never sing we won the league twice, title twice at Europa. No, they won't, AFC always. All they can ever hold over you is the whole Europa League thing. And if you win the Champions League this year, that's peak for them, because then they got nothing. But Liverpool, you cheat. Liverpool, you cheat. Liverpool, you cheat. How much Champions Leagues have you got, Nighttime Kid? How much Champions Leagues have you got? Let me know. We've got 6. How much have you got, bro? How much? Oh, that's right. You've got 0. You've got none. You are you're non-existent in the Champions League. Oh yeah, that's right. Arsenal will sing we finished second 5 times in a row. No, Nighttime Kid. I think they'll win the league this year, which is a bad thing because it means their manager stays. Good luck to you guys. Another record for Arteta, quad of second places. Bro, he has to win it this year. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk a bit about the title now, may as well. He has to. This is a very, very poor Manchester City side. Let's be honest, they're weak. If this was peak City, they'd be walking this league right now. But they're not peak City. A very, very below par, poor Manchester City side. Obviously, a lot improved from last year, but they're still not good. Still not great. Arsenal should be walking this title 15 points clear, and they're making it hard. And that just shows Arsenal aren't great either, you know what I mean? So if there was a semi-decent team in this league, they'd be winning the title right now. But if he can't win it now, in a league where we've dropped off, where City aren't great, he's never going to win it. He's never going to win it. You know what I'm saying? And if he goes trophyless again, he has to at least win something this year. If it's a cup, whatever. He cannot go trophyless either. You cannot go another year without winning nothing. So yeah, I think Arsenal can't afford not to win anything this year. You know what I'm saying? I think they have to. They have to deliver, or it's bye bye Arteta. As for City, again, City can still win it because they're City, and Pep knows how to get this stuff over the line. While he might be washed, he still is a better manager than Mikel Arteta, and I trust Pep more so a lot than I would Mikel Arteta. So they can still win it. But I think Arsenal will pip them to it. I can't lie. I think Arsenal will pip them to it slightly. However, don't take my word for that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if City won it again. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised. If it's just one of those where it's going to come to a point where it come down to who's worse. Who's less worse. Which team will drop less points out of Arsenal and Manchester City? You know, which team will be less crap? And whichever team's less crap will be the ones who are lifting the title at the end of the season. That's what I think. When Arteta wins nothing, he should never work in football again. He should never work in football again, 100%, AJ. You know, I wish we could go back to 18, 19, bro, when he was still an assistant for Pep and he weren't even around. Good times, man. Nighttime kid got my rage going. Hey, AFC always, bro. Listen, bro, you're an Arsenal fan. You're always going to hate Spurs, aren't you? So, yeah. But, guys, wow, we've done 2 hours. Wow. Appreciate to everyone who locked in. I'm going to head off, people. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be back tomorrow with another live. Big up to everyone. I'm enjoying this, man. Like I said, I'm going to ditch the whole pre-recorded stuff. Not going to be doing that no more. Only for match reactions, I'll put out a pre-recorded video. Other than that, I'm just going to do a live a day. It's just so much better interacting with all of you guys. Big up Wahaha. I'm going to give a quick road call to everyone. So big up to Wahaha. Big up to AFC, always the legend. Big up to AJ. AJ, man. Big up yourself, man. You're absolute legend. Big up to Nighttime Kid. Big up to Nighttime Kid. A lot of comment. I hate when you can't find a comment. Big up to B is there. Anyone else in here that I haven't spoke to, just a roll call. Big up Nighttime Kid on his other account. Think we didn't notice that you were on too. Nice try, Broski. Big up to Payne the Arsenal. Big up to Joss, man. Make sure you sub to Joss. Absolute legend. Who else was in here? Danchum was in here too. Let me just find Danchum and big him up. Come on. I hate it when... Oh, you joking me, man. It's not letting me scroll up all the way. You are kidding me, man. You are absolutely kidding me. But yeah, big up to everyone. Big up to Indian Scouser, who was also in. Indian Scouser, big up my guy, Indian Scouser, man. Can't even bring his comment up because he doesn't let me scroll up that much. But he was in the chat earlier. Big up him. Big up to Danchum as well, who was also in the chat, and big up everyone else who was in here. Like I said, AJ, you take care. Take care, Wahaha. AJ, you take care, bro. Legend. Appreciate you being in, bro. Appreciate it. Profit. I want my managers to go back to wearing shoots. I agree, bro. Well, to be fair, with me, Klopp never wore shoots, bro. He always just wore club merch. So either wear a suit or just wear the club merch. Just rep the club. Either way. Take care, AJ. Latest Nighttime Kid. Big up yourself, bro. Profit. Great show again. AFC always appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow. Big up to all of you guys. Speak to you all soon. Profit out. Big up. Bye for now. Peace.